Have you ever looked at someone's life and they're succeeding in their business, they're succeeding with their family, they've got a great marriage, their kids are doing well, maybe they've got a healthy body, they've got good fitness goals and they're achieving them as well, and they're just juggling all of this in their passion areas of life, and it seems to be moving in the right direction. Now, granted, these people are rare, but they're out there. People who are succeeding in multiple aspects of life. And I want to encourage you, it is possible. And while my life is far from perfect, and I don't want to pretend that it is, I have a great marriage, I have great kids, I'm doing well in my side business, and I'm doing absolutely what I love for a living, and you can too. And in this video, I want to share how you can juggle all of these dreams and keep them going and see progress in all of them all at once. My name is Richard. I'm a pastor here in Hong Kong. I lead a church. It's what I love to do. That's my job. But on the side, I also love to do side businesses and work out ways that I can build an extra stream of income that can be a blessing to my family. But all the while doing that in a way that's healthy and sustainable and can actually help me to build my family and not to just kill all my family time. So if you're interested in talking about this type of thing, then hit subscribe and hit me up in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. So I want to share really what I think is a big key in getting a lot of things done and being successful in multiple areas of life and not just one-dimensional success, which, by the way, we've all seen that before. We've all seen success in business at the cost of your family. We've all seen healthy families, but at the cost of any kind of financial success. And just some examples, or even fitness, or doing what you love. All this kind of thing. We don't want that. We want to see multi-dimensional, holistic health. And I actually believe that personally, as a Christian, that with God's blessing on us and His wisdom in these different areas, we can actually have that. Although life's not perfect, we'll still go through hard times and tragedy and all that kind of stuff. Disclaimer. You can have it. So let me get into the crux of my main point and what I want to say here today. Few points. Number one, you got to determine the limits of your capacity. So you want to find out, where are your limits? Okay. And in my 20s, I didn't think I had any limits. And it was just because I didn't have a family, I didn't have kids, and I could put my time into the things that I loved, and I had all this energy. And yeah, it's true. Sometimes we can feel that way. And maybe you're in your 20s and you need to try some different things. Maybe you should take on some more responsibility instead of running from responsibility, because it's a healthy thing. It's a good thing to actually discover where your limits are. Sometimes we think they're out here. Sometimes we actually think that they're way back here. And this is the more dangerous one, where we think that, oh, I can't do all of that, and we put limits on ourselves. No, I think you should be challenging those limits and find out where really does your capacity end. Now, everyone has limits. Even the world's most successful people, Elon Musk and others like this who get a lot done, everyone has a capacity. Everyone's capacity is different. I'm not saying that yours is the same as mine or that mine is the same as yours, but it's very important to discover and to determine where are your actual capacity limits, okay? And the only way you're going to find that out is by kind of probably crossing a limit. So that's why I'm encouraging you to take on extra responsibility. And this is probably a very unpopular topic in the world today, because I think we want comfortable, I think we want quick, I think we want shortcuts, but I want to encourage you to take on more responsibility. That's the only way you're going to truly know where your limits are. And you want to understand your capacity, because once you've understood your capacity, you then know what you're working with, and you can kind of maximize your capacity without hitting that limit. Once you know what the limit is, obviously we want to pull back a little bit and find out where that margin is, because within that capacity, then we're going to employ the big secret, which is really the guts of what I want to get to today. And that is, you've got to thoroughly study the concept of leverage and incorporate it into every area of your life. leverage. We've probably heard this word before, but do you understand what it actually means to you, to your business, to your hobbies, to the way you raise your kids? Leverage is a very important concept, and I'm not talking about debt. If you know that kind of leverage, a lot of that is actually really risky and unhealthy. I'm talking about how you get things done. It's about a lever. When you lever something, you get a lot done out of a little action. So you're getting more done for less work or for less time. And this is how successful people can have a great marriage whilst also doing really well in their career or really well in their business or side business or their finances or whatever. They can get a lot done because they're employing leverage into all these different areas of their life. Now, this honestly, I think when I look at most people's lives and when I look at me in the past, I didn't understand leverage. And so I'm doing things once and then I have to do it again and I have to do it again. And I end up trading my time for results or time for money in the case of our finances, where we want to get out of that game. We want to trade our time or we want to trade our results for dollars. And so we want to work out how can we get leverage and get really good results without having to put in a lot of time. Now, I have said this in one of my first videos, but my first videos were rubbish. So don't go back and watch those, watch the newer ones. But there are 4 different types of leverage. And it's very important to understand these 4. And you don't have to excel in all of them, but I think you should understand all of them and maybe work out in which cases in your life, whether that's your business or your fitness or whatever, which form of leverage is going to help you get the most bang for your buck or bang for your time. The first one is collaboration, okay? Collaboration is working through others, working with people. And in a business, that'd be like hiring people. Obviously, you can get a lot more done if you've got a team of 10 versus the team of just yourself, a solo business. And so collaboration means using other people to get things done. And we don't use them in the sense that we manipulate them. I just mean we bring them on board to the team, give them the vision, and we're moving in the right direction together. We've all been on a team before. If you've ever had a job before, you were part of the team. It's not a bad thing. It's great. It's good to be part of a team, and understanding how we can use people and raise up leaders. And especially for me, in church life, we talk about leadership all the time. How can we develop leaders? Because we're really very good at this form of leverage, collaboration. That's what Jesus did with his disciples, right? He spent those 3 years with those guys, and after he went off to heaven, they changed the world. That's a form of leverage. He only used 3 years, and we're talking about what he did 2,000 years later because he worked through people. He collaborated. So that's the first form of leverage, collaboration. So anytime you're thinking about maybe your kids or your finances or your I don't know, your side business, what you're building on the side, you got to think, is there a way that I could maybe outsource this? Could I get someone else involved? For my kids, we pay someone to help them with their homework, and we do that because me and my wife can earn a lot more to be working rather than doing kids' homework. And to be honest, I can't stand it. I hate it. I love spending time with my kids, but I'd much rather, watch a movie with them or play Uno or do something like that than do the things that I'm really not very good at. And by the way, living in Hong Kong, my Chinese is 0, and so it's very hard to help them with their homework anyway. So thinking collaboration, who can we employ? Who can we get involved to help us raise these kids? And I think it's a great way. It's a great way to think about our businesses as well. Who can I get to help me? Could I hire a virtual assistant, maybe in the Philippines or in India or somewhere like that can help me to get things done? For me right now, I'm thinking about my YouTube channel. How can I speed up the editing process? I'm not a video editor, and so my editing is super basic, and I try to film the whole video in one take just to save me time on the editing side. Well, I need to look into hiring someone. That's the way to do it. that will release me to make a whole lot more videos, which I would really love to do. So collaboration. The second one is capital. That's when we use our money to get us results. And for me, in my business, most of the money that I make in my side business goes into investments. Okay, me and my wife, we live off our salaries, and then my side business is like the bonus stuff that we pay for holidays and investments. So I want to not just use that finance that I'm building, that I'm creating in my side business, but I want to invest that. I want that to compound over time. That is a form of leverage. It's going to multiply over time, and hopefully they're good investments. I'm doing the best that I can, but certainly that has been happening, and you want to think of ways where you can use your finance to be able to get bigger results, for less. And back to my video editing point, to hire a video editor, I have to use my money to be able to pay that video editor. And then I'm going to see to be able to produce a lot more content, which should in turn hopefully grow the channel faster and hopefully lead to even some finance, right? So the capital is being used to create more capital in the end. So that's the second form of leverage. The third one is code. Now, these next two are kind of newer. These are just happened in the last, 50 years. And that is code. So software. How can software help you? And this is why I love the online business model. A lot of what we do is software. A lot of what we do is building assets online. And these things work when we sleep. They work 24/7. They're not a human being who gets tired or who wants a holiday or quits or has a bad attitude. And so while we love people and collaboration is an awesome way to scale and to get leverage, code is another amazing way to get leverage. So for me, I started off my little side business. I wanted to make leather jackets, and I just realized, man, it's going to be impossible for me to inspect the product and deal with returns and warranties and all this stuff. But when I get into a digital product, so as I got into my lead agency, my lead generation agency, I can farm leads online and then sell those leads. I'm selling a digital product, and I don't have to handle anything physically. I don't need to have any inventory or anything like that. So code, that form of digital product is such an incredible form of leverage. And honestly, that's what I talk about on this channel. I'm not going to tell you how to start a cafe where you have physical product, physical location. Man, high risk. That's some scary stuff there. Starting an online business with $100 in your back pocket and a bit of your own elbow grease and your own time. That's going to be an amazing way that you can make a good income stream that's going to be a blessing to your family. So using code, using software. Is there an easier way to do this? Is there a software that's going to help me? AI is awesome. ChatGPT, oh my goodness. I use ChatGPT to make the title of this video. And I thought I was doing pretty good. I studied how to create YouTube titles, and then I put my ideas into ChatGPT. And it just spat out so many much better titles than the ones I was thinking. So hey, code, it's gonna help you do more with less. And I think a lot of successful people know how to. They're looking for opportunities to use code instead of them doing things manually themselves. Like if you're trying to keep all your appointments in your head, yeah, you're going to struggle. You're going to reach your limit. If you have a Google Calendar, I know that's basic. You're thinking, is that code? Yeah, it's an example of it. Having a digital calendar. Great. All right, let me move on. The last one is content. And once again, this is something that's only kind of come about in the last 50 years or less, is creating content. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm creating something. It's a digital asset. It'll sit online. People will watch it. Even if only 10 people watch it, well, cool. That's better than speaking to 10. Well, it's equal to speaking to 10 different people in person. I would have to have that conversation 10 different times. Now I have a conversation with one camera, and I can reach those 10 people. And maybe, hopefully, if the YouTube algorithm allows, I can reach thousands and, tens of thousands and whatever. And that's the goal. That's why I'm really excited about YouTube, why I'm really excited about building this channel and sharing with all of you. I want to help a lot of people. I don't want to just be limited to the people I know here in Hong Kong and to my small friendship circle. I want to be able to share and encourage. I share with people all over the world in different cultures and different situations. That's the whole point of this channel. I'm excited to create content. We're doing that in our church because we want to share the message that we've got. So I believe in content. It's another great way that you can scale, that you can create leverage in your business. And it's something we need to look at all the time. So there's the 4. Let me say it again. What do we got? Collaboration, capital, code, and content. That's the 4 C's of leverage. I've said this before. I'm going to talk about it again in the future, because if you are always thinking, how can I get leverage? Whenever you come up against a task, how could I do this in such a way that I'm not going to have to keep doing this again? How can I build systems? How can I set up a software? How can I train someone else? How can I pay someone to do this or purchase this service or whatever it is? Getting leverage is the way you can juggle all these different things and still, have your dreams to succeed in different areas of your life all at once. So thoroughly study this concept of leverage. By the way, Alex Hormozi talks about the 4 C's of leverage. I think he got it from Naval Ravikant, who made it up and called it something else. But study it, look for it. Get books on the concept of leverage. Go and watch YouTube videos on the concept of leverage and start thinking through, how can I apply this in every area of my life? Bit by bit, you're going to get way more time back. All right, last point. Thoroughly integrate leverage into every part of your life as you can. I kind of already said that, but not just your business, but anything. For us here in Hong Kong, I love it. You can actually hire domestic helpers to come and help your family. That means me and my wife can both work full-time, and we have an amazing helper. We love her. She's awesome, and she helps our kids. And doesn't mean we're not involved with our kids, but it just means an extra pair of hands around the house, and we can focus on spending time with our kids rather than doing the laundry, or we could focus on doing things that are going to help our business rather than doing the laundry. So that's a great way that we've been seeing leverage in other areas of our life that are non-business related. So the person who thinks in terms of leverage first will build a life that shocks others. They will look at your life and they will think, how do you juggle all of that stuff at once? And I do know that here in Hong Kong, the average family size, I think it's actually, the average is 0.9 kids per family. So not even 1 kid per family. And we've got 4 kids here in Hong Kong. And, I think we're looked at as, whoa, how do you do all that? And people are kind of like, are you okay? And no, we're loving it. And we're just employing leverage in different areas of our life. And we love what we do. So yeah, we work hard, but there is leverage at work there. And I think a lot of people are not employing that in their life as well. So I hope you're encouraged by this, and I hope you go away and study leverage. If you want to know how to start a side business online, watch my video right here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.